Welcome back to P Hope, where the P stands for this pandemic, Tony. This damn COVID-19. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl P Hope, and this is another episode of Love After Lockup. Y'all, these are our old veterans. You know, we are visiting our good old cast from season 2. So we got Brittany and Marcelino, we got Angela and Tony, we got Andrea and Lamar, we got Michael, Sarah, and Maria's crazy ass, and then we got John, Sheen, and and Lacey. Okay? So yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into it because I know this review is going to be posted very late. And so, you know, I'm just grateful for all of you that actually sit and watch it. I appreciate you so much. So anyway, we're going to start off with Brittany and Marcelino. And if y'all watched my last review, then y'all know I got my notes for this particular review because it is late. This is the episode that came out last weekend. It came out last Friday. And so that would be, it's like 5 or 6 days old at this point. But, you know, I want to still be as consistent as possible and do what I need to do because some of y'all actually be checking for your girl. And I appreciate you so much. But anyway, so I got my notes. So don't judge me for my notes, okay? Brittany and Marcelino. Let's see. Brittany is at the hospital. It is 2:30 in the morning and they are ready to admit her and induce her labor. Marcelino and Brittany's mom are both with her and they are both excited that Brittany is finally delivering the baby. Here comes little baby Marciano. They end up naming the baby Marciano. That was pretty much all that went on between Brittany and Marcelino's little scene because you know, she was she was in the hospital about to have a damn baby, so it wasn't much of a scene that they could do. But the only other part that they did talk about was kind of like Brittany's childhood just a little bit, and they just kind of touched on the fact that they want Brittany's mom to be very active and very involved in their children's life. But Marcelino is very skeptical about that because he feels like her addiction may hinder her being the best grandmother that she can be. So I don't know what kind of addiction Brittany's mom has. I'm not sure if it's drugs or alcohol, but they do show a scene that I believe is coming on this upcoming Friday that looks like she has slipped back into something. She didn't look like herself. She looked like she was under the influence of something. So, you know, we'll just have to watch and see. Now we at our good old Angela and Tony, honey. The scene starts with Angela doing what she does best, smoking that damn cigarette and standing in the bathroom. It looks like she might have been trying to curl her hair or something like that. But, you know, she's standing there with that cigarette. And, y'all, I can't stand cigarettes. I don't have nothing against nobody that smokes cigarettes because I actually have somebody in my home that smokes cigarettes. But, you know, y'all, I cannot stand cigarettes. Like, they make my freaking skin crawl. So, like, all last season, I would have to turn my head from the scenes because I knew when they showed Angela, here they was gonna come with that daggum cigarette. And I be sure as shit stank that as soon as they panned the camera on Angela, here she was with that damn cigarette. So anyway, she's in the bathroom doing whatever she's doing, and then she flicks the damn cigarette in the toilet, and then my skin really went crazy then because I was just like, oh, like, what is the cameraman obsession with showing all of the actions that Angela does with this cigarette? Like, it was, I don't know, it was doing something to me. Maybe it's just me. Y'all drop down in the comment section and let me know if the cigarettes bother y'all as well, because they really take me out. But anyway, so she's smoking that damn cigarette, and then she ends up going outside to meet with her sister Faye. Now y'all know we love us some damn Faye. They didn't hug or, you know, shake hands or anything like that, because they are practicing social distancing. So, you know, I thought that was very responsible of them, even though I think that's her blood sister. If I'm not mistaken, Faye is her blood sister. So, you know, she's just like, you know, what's been going on with you, girl? Okay. So she said Tony was gone and he hasn't been at the house in 4 months. She said that it was right after the wedding. And so she decided to take her wedding ring and put it on a string. And so that every time she uses the bathroom, she's using the bathroom on the ring. And I said, well, I'm not really sure how much sense that makes, but if it makes you feel better, Angela, you go right ahead. So at this point, she has done pissed, shitted, you know, maybe possibly vomited, and definitely thrown several cigarettes on top of the ring at this point. Okay. Oh, Faye said that she is pretty excited about C19 because, you know, C19 is pretty much what has kept Tony away from the house. So she wanted to give a big shout out to C19. You know, she wanted to let Miss Rona know that you are out here doing some type of good in the world, even though you are wrecking lives day by day. But, you know, if it's keeping Tony away from my sister, then hey, go C19. And I said, you know what, Faye? I fuck with Faye. I like Faye. So let's see. At some point, Tony ends up showing up to the house, and he goes around to, like, it looks like it could have been either the side or the back of the house. I'm not really sure. But she was in her shed, but she can hear somebody coming up on her. So she ends up greeting his ass with a bat in her hand. And so he's like, you know, I come in peace. I come in peace. And I even bought you a peace offering. He bought her a carton of cigarettes. She told his ass, I don't want your damn cigarettes. You know. So Tony's thing is, if he can just touch her, if he can just, you know, it's like he had this Jesus moment. Like, if I can just let her touch the hem of my garment, I know I can get back in them drawers and I can get back in that house. That is where Tony's mind was. But Angela wasn't here for it. Angela wasn't having any of it. And so she didn't want his cigarettes. She didn't want to talk to him. She just was not here for this man at all. I don't remember them doing too much. I honestly don't even remember him leaving. So maybe that was where they cut the scene at. And this week they will pick up on what the hell is going on in the yard. And that's when she'll actually say the scene that keeps circulating in the commercials, where she says, this damn COVID-19. Y'all, talking like Angela will tear your throat up. Let me tell you what. So, you know, I ain't gonna be doing too many Angela imitations unless I have me a nice bottle of water here beside me. Because if not, yeah, it's hard being Angela. Andrea and Lamar, let's see. The family is moving to LA. Y'all remember when the season went off, that is what they had all voted on. They had voted to move to LA, and everybody was excited except for Andrea. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Andrea. So Andrea is having a fit and being dramatic as usual. She's extremely upset about the fact that they had to move to the inner city, or what she calls the hood, and she also had to downsize their residence. So she had to go out to their van or car or whatever it is that they own, and she just had to have that moment to herself, because she just pretty much could not believe her reality and where she had ended up at. She said she has worked hard all her life so that, you know, to prevent her kids from being in this exact situation. So, you know, to be outvoted and to be, like she feels like, in the middle of the hood and be subject to so much stuff, it's just overwhelming for her at the moment. So her daughter Nyla comes out to the car with her to calm her down. And, you know, she pretty much just told her, you know, hey, you know, you just have to stay positive and keep looking at the bright side of things, and everything will be just fine. And they ended up praying together. Okay. Yeah, so that was it. They ended up in the van. They ended up praying together and gave each other a hug. And it made Andrea, I don't know why I can't say her name tonight, but anyway, it definitely made Andrea feel better about the situation, and that was the end of that scene. So then we have Andrea and Lamar taking baby Priscilla to dance class. She was doing like some type of ballet, and I thought that was really cute. And Andrea wants to talk to Lamar about Priscilla, who is only 8 years old. And she tells Lamar that baby Priscilla needs to get baptized and raised as Mormon. Now, Lamar totally disagrees with this. Lamar says that, you know, he feels like Priscilla needs to make that decision on her own. Now, I know that people, you know, just depending on your religion, people have all their own opinions on this. Now, I'm Baptist myself, but I'm going to leave it up to my children to decide when they would like to be baptized. You know, I don't feel like because I'm their mom that I have the right to tell them when to be baptized. You know, it's the same thing that I feel about earrings, and I also give my children the same freedom with their hair. I feel like certain things should be left to the individual. So for my particular household, my children will let me know when they're ready to be baptized. I have a son and I have a daughter. And earrings is something that I'm leaving up to the both of them. Now my son, he got his ears pierced at 15. So I let my son wear earrings. I don't see anything wrong with it. My daughter does not have earrings. She's not, you know, she's very scared of the pain. She's already seen the way that the procedure is done to get your ears pierced. So she doesn't want them pierced. So versus me piercing her ears at 3 months old, and now that she's 10, have her regretting it and not liking it, I just let her make her own decision to say, you know, when you want to get your ears pierced. So if she doesn't get her ears pierced till she's 25, that's her business. And like I said, same thing with hair. Now, I'm not going to let my child say, oh, I want lime green and hot pink hair because you had lime green and hot pink hair. Like, no, you're going to be age appropriate. But if you say, you know, you want your hair braided, you can have it braided. If you want it loose, you can have it loose. And if you say that you want to cut your hair, then I'm going to let you cut your hair if that's what you want to do, because I believe that that is the individual person speaking, and that, you know, the parent shouldn't interject with that. But that's just me. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steer off on that tirade, but I'm saying all that to say I pretty much agree with Lamar. I agree with the fact that Priscilla needs to come to them and say, hey, you know, I'm ready to, you know, accept God in my life and I'm ready to be baptized. It shouldn't be, oh, well, you know, you're getting kind of up in age, so it's time for you to go get baptized. Because I don't think she's going to understand it as much as if she, you know, as if the opposite way around. As if she was the one that was inquiring about it, not somebody making her do it. So, yeah. Michael, Sarah, and Maria. So tiring. Michael is locked in the bathroom so that he can talk to Sarah about baby Rain's first birthday. Now, we see him stoop down at the bathroom door, and, you know, I don't live in a mansion. I just live in a regular size home. But if I walk in my bathroom and I squat down at the bathroom door so that nobody can come in it, but I'm on the phone, regardless of who I'm talking to or what I'm talking about, whoever's standing directly on the other side of that door is going to be able to hear what I'm saying. So I was real confused on why Michael decided that he needed to lock himself in the bathroom to have a conversation with Sarah about the birthday. Like Maria can't hear him. So anyway, Maria's crazy ass knew that something was going on. So she was standing right there at that door listening. You better believe that. But so he's like, you know, hold on, baby. I'm just trying to use the bathroom. Okay. More lies. Okay. Lies on top of lies. So he talking about he about to take a shower. And so then he cuts the shower on and he continues to talk to Sarah. But I'm just like, man, you doing too much. So he's talking about, you know, baby Rain's birthday. He wants to know if he's going to be allowed to come. She says, you know, of course, I would definitely want you to be at your daughter's party. And she gives him the party information and says that Maria's ass is most certainly not invited. And, you know, in most cases, I would say that that is very petty. But from the last altercation that her and Maria had, I'm completely on her side with this one. I don't think it's any need for Maria to be there, because I think that every move that Michael makes, I think that every move that Sarah takes, she'll be watching you. And that at some point, she's going to find a way to make herself relevant at the party. And it's not going to be in a positive way. So, you know, to think that she would come there and be the old, grown-ass adult that she is very far-fetched. That's very far-fetched, okay? So, like I said, I completely agree with Sarah that Maria's ass is not invited. So, Sarah calls her baby in the next scene. She calls, I forget the oldest baby name, but anyway, she called her daughter to let her know that she was getting ready to go out on a date with her new boo, okay? Her new boo's name is Malcolm, and she was like, you know, is it okay if mommy goes on a date with Malcolm? And she said, yes, you know, you look really pretty, mommy. And she's like, oh, thank you. And she's like, no, you look really pretty. So, you know, she's giving her all these little compliments like daughters do moms, you know, making us feel really sweet and pretty and confident about ourselves. So that was a cute little moment. And then, she let us know a little more information about Malcolm. She says that he makes about a 4-hour drive every other week to come down and see her. And I think it's vice versa. I think she also travels to see him every now and then. And then, so they're meeting at this little pub / restaurant. And Malcolm looks like he could probably be like Marcelino's third cousin. To me, he looks like he could be related to Marcelino. I could be wrong, but that's just me. Let's see. So as they're at the table, you know, they're just kind of catching up. Oh, babe, how you been? How you doing? This, that, and the third. It's small talk. And then Sarah eventually drives the conversation into the birthday party. And she lets him know that I really would like you to come to Rain's birthday party. And so he's like, you know, I would love to be there. You know, I'll definitely pencil it in so that I can be there for baby Rain. So after he makes a solid commitment to be there, what does she do? She then lays on him the fact that Michael 9 times out of 10 is gonna be there. So now, oh boy, is looking like Malcolm is just sitting here looking like, huh? And she's like, yeah, you know, I felt the need to let you also know that, you know, 9 times out of 10, Michael is going to be there. And so now Malcolm is just like, well, how do you think he's going to react to me being there? And so she's like, well, you know, I don't know. It's probably not going to go well. You know, 9 times out of 10, he going to want to fight. And so Malcolm is trying to answer this the most sensible way possible because he knows that these cameras are in his face. Because I feel like if the cameras weren't there, that would have been his golden opportunity to be like, well, bitch, why would you invite me somewhere to fight? Are you just trying to see what kind of protector I am? Are you just really trying to see what these hands do? Or are you trying to send your baby daddy back to jail? Like, what is going on? Like, at that moment, I just felt like Sarah was being very messy and very petty by the way that she flip-flopped that around. She should have said that Michael was going to be there, but I would really like to invite you to come as well. And then that would have gave him the opportunity to say, well, you know, I'm going to let Rain's father have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to steal his joy. Let him be great. But you already let me commit to something, and then you telling me that I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm stepping into drama. I didn't like the way that she went about that. So I don't really know her motive with that, but I guess only time will tell. Last but not least, John, Shane, and Lindsay. So, you know, Lindsay back with this whining ass voice, and y'all, I would imitate Lindsay, but you know, I am not going to take the Lindsay imitation away from Miss Ashley Miller. Like, y'all, I love me some Ashley Miller. Shout out to you, girl, because if anybody can imitate Lindsay, it's definitely Miss Ashley Miller. So I'm gonna let her have that. You know what I'm saying? I already took I gave y'all a little bit of Angela, so I'm gonna leave Lindsay over there with Ashley. Okay, so anyway, Lindsay says that her and Shane haven't spoken since she kicked his ass out on that last episode that we saw with them. We saw how, you know, she moved John raggedy ass in and she threw Shane out. You know, I felt like she went about that whole situation the wrong way, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like she did Shane really wrong when she did that. But anyway, Shane says that he has been living in a hotel ever since he got put out, but he's still been working hard and he's still on probation. So of course, the pressing question that was on Shane's mind was, you know, is John still in the picture? So she paused for a second and then she says, you know, John will never change. And then she let him know that John was locked up once again. Then it pans over to the jailhouse where John ass explains to us exactly why the hell he's incarcerated one more again. He says that him and Lacey went to the strip club one night, and he was in there being friendly with one of the girls in there, and that Lindsay got highly upset and she called an Uber to the house. Once he got back to the house, they got in a heated altercation. The police was called and off to jail his ass went. After Shane found out that information, he pretty much just wanted to know, so are you back in my face because of all of this that has occurred? And Lindsay is, well, I said Lindsay, Lacey is like, no, you know, I'm not in your face because of that, because I'm back because you're my husband and we made vows and we need to honor those vows and we need to work things out. Like, at the end of the day, I want my husband. So he, you know, looked off into space for a little while, but we all knew where it was going. We all knew where it was going. So, you know, he looked at her and he was like, you know, why? I'm coming home. And then they hug and they kiss and they walk off into the sunset. And that was pretty much what we got from our season 2 cast of Love After Lockup. So yeah, y'all, that was my review. Like I have said throughout this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you have not already done so, please take this time to like the video. Please take this time to subscribe to my channel. And as always, be happy, be healthy, be safe. This your girl P Hope, and I am out.